Hello and welcome. Today I'm in a new tier 8 Japanese destroyer, the Asashio. She's still a work in progress. In fact, this is her old version that is just like the Kagerou, except just worse. Let's take a look at some very skillful play. Okay, let's fight an Akizuki. Oh, right, I just remembered I have a 9-second reload. Oh my god, I don't have smoke! I just used torpedo reload. Oh my god. Oh wow. Just wow. These are super unicum plays, okay, guys? These are super unicum plays. So, as you can see, having torpedo reload booster is always not quite ideal. I would have had, if I had had a smoke screen, I could have smoked and fought that Akizuki. However, even that would not have been that great. In this match, you'll see me speeding up a lot because, well, the ship is exactly like a Kagerou, except just worse. Your gun reload is much worse, and because I'm using the torpedo reload booster version instead of the smoke screen, well, I can't exactly do many risky things, so all I'm trying to do is get close enough to big ships and try to torpedo them. Now, I say that this is the old version of her. You see, the version that she is, or in this match and the other one you'll see in this video, she isn't powerful enough, really, because she is just a Kagerou. Her only advantage, from what I could understand, is her longer range. That's at like, what is that, 10.9 kilometers? So that's like 1.5 kilometers above what the Kagerou gets. However, she gets a 9-second reload, meaning that she gets something like 40-50% less damage output with her guns, and she also doesn't get basically any anti-air compared to the Kagerou, even though the Kagerou itself doesn't have much either. Right now I'm just waiting for that Tirpitz to decide which way she wants to go around the island so I can know which way I need to run, because I don't have a smoke screen, meaning I can't just sit here, torpedo her, and then stay safe, right? This is why I would actually recommend smokescreen to basically take it every time instead of torpedo reload booster. It's very rare that torpedo reload booster is better, but you know, sometimes you want to have fun, and because I already knew that the ship wasn't going to be much fun, I decided to do the torpedo thing anyway. I tried torpedoing this Tirpitz once, however, it seems that this is not going to work out and it's going to miss. And the ship will drop low HP enough that somebody else will take care of it, so I'll just not even bother firing my second launcher of torpedoes because it'll be very difficult to hit from this angle and distance. Right, if I had fired there, they would have missed, quite likely. Besides, she might have been taken out before that happened anyway. Okay, so next target is probably going to be either the Gneisenau or the Alabama. That's gonna come around the island. I'll torpedo her and oh, well, there is the Gneisenau. Okay. I don't think torpedo reload is worth using here. Both launchers is necessary though, because just in case the Gneisenau makes any other decisions to turn in some way. Damicon so that my engine lets me actually run away, and I'm gonna try hiding behind this island here. So, yeah, the Asashio, she felt really weak. Why did I say that this is the old version? Because from what I heard, she's going to be changed. And the way she's going to be changed is, I don't know if her torpedoes are going to be swapped out or if she just has the option to swap to a second set of torpedoes. The second set of torpedoes are deep water torpedoes. And the last I heard, they were only going to work on battleships and carriers. And I heard that they were going to be 20 kilometers and, you know, have deep water torpedo-like concealment. Now I'm gonna go and try to fight that Alabama. I'm gonna go close. I waited until she started moving forward so she can't suddenly stop. I'm only gonna launch this one torpedo launcher because I'm fairly certain this is going to take her out, because these torpedoes do deal like 20,000 damage each. So, you know, 3 of them hitting is already enough. And then I can probably hit the Amagi next. The sad thing about having no anti-air, even though it's a tier 8 destroyer, is that I can't even shoot down float planes. Although, I did shoot down one before, but honestly, the Anti-air on the ship is worse than, well, the Kagerou, which is quite a feat if you think about it at tier 8. I think I might need to use Torpedo Reload Booster here because it seems that Amagi is trying to do some evasive maneuvers. I'm not quite 100% certain, but I definitely need to run away. Now, since the ship is like a Kagerou, she does get the biggest advantage the Kagerou has, which is concealment of 5.4 kilometers. That's something I really enjoy on her. However, I don't really know what she's going to be like with the new torpedoes. I guess we'll see once we get them and can play her, and as you just saw, Yamagi all the torpedoes missed. So I'll use Torpedo Reload Booster and try to hit her with torpedoes normally. Again. I might be spotted again, I hope not, but perhaps I will. Oh, no, I didn't get spotted. That's good news. And I think that's goodbye to Yamagi now. Okay, so now it's time to try and go cap. If we look at the minimap, the enemy Akizuki is probably going for our cap zone, maybe something else too. So somebody defending our cap zone is either very important, or what's important is for us to take this cap zone instead, and before the Akizuki takes ours, because we can't decap her, so it's basically up to me. And hopefully they will take out the Chapaya very soon. Okay, the other Akizuki is over here. He's trying to defend, which is, in my opinion, a good plan. However, I think he does misplay a little bit. I don't know if it would have been worth it to try, but, you know, because, you know, he doesn't know where I am. But it should have been the #1 priority to hit me at least once. And the same goes for that hipper hit over there, by the way. The fact that she turned around to stay away, that was a huge mistake. She should have basically tried everything she could to try to get into this cap zone and to hit me once, because as you can see, our team is not trying to defend at all. If that hipper hits me once, they win the game. I mean, sure, she should have to hit the other ships in the cap zone too at least once, but just hitting me would be good enough. However, she turned away, tried to stay safe, and this is going to cause them to lose the game. My torpedoes missed on her, of course. This is one of the weaknesses of the torpedoes. But, you know, we're still gonna win the game. One thing I will mention that I really dislike about torpedo destroyers is that when a ship is running away from you, there's very little you can do. However, if the ship does get 20-kilometer torpedoes, then that... I suppose, I mean... the problem still exists. It's a lot easier to dodge those when you're running away. However, you're not going to outrange them, which I suppose is the upside. But I don't know, if the ship still keeps her 9-second reload, I still don't think this would be worth playing her. But we'll see what the ship will be like. But in the form that she was in this game, I wouldn't recommend her. Just play the Kagerou. The Kagerou is just literally better. In fact, if you want to play this kind of a ship, even better if you go with a Yugumo, because the Yugumo is... yeah, you have slightly worse range, but she's better than the Kagerou. Although I suppose you do get 1 tier higher matches, so maybe not the greatest. But then again, higher tier battleships have a worse time avoiding things. Well, I mean, I didn't really like the ship in this current form. It just didn't feel powerful enough. Like, sure, the torpedoes did a lot of damage, but they had the same concealment as the usual Japanese torpedoes, which is really bad. And the other problem is, of course, that they just... you don't bring anything else to the table. Okay, here are some clips from another game I had, mostly my successful torpedoes, because nothing else happens at other times, because you're a torpedo destroyer, you don't get to do anything exciting, especially outside of a match, outside of a domination match. But hello, King George. This is one of those things that everybody hates in a battleship when you get torpedoed like that. This is why you need a good either torpedo screen by your destroyers or a carrier, which they both have, except those ships don't do it. And hey, this is a perfect opportunity for Torpedo Reload Booster, because it seems that either that Byron is AFK or... well, that Byron is just not doing anything. Probably AFK though. But the Gneisner is getting hit first, and I think that's good night. Yep. I really wish we had this kind of these kinds of battleships that don't pay enough attention more often. It would make playing torpedo destroyers more fun. Probably not as fun to be on the receiving end, but you know, who cares about the receiving end, right? Right? And now you'll see a gunfight by an Asashio against the Kiev, although I do have quite a bit of help by, I think, a Nuremberg and an Edinburgh. Look at this massively quick reload, 9 seconds. It's like I'm a cruiser. Quite literally like a cruiser. In fact, there are cruisers that reload faster than this ship, I think. Gonna avoid the torpedoes. Oh yeah, by the way, she isn't fast either, because, well, she is still like a Kagerou, right? 35 knots, or was it 36? I don't remember. But, you know, that Kiev was done for, and now we'll gunfight Cleveland. Well, I'll try torpedoing him, but hint, he's not gonna get hit by these torpedoes, or the torpedo reload booster torpedoes. Despite the fact that I am getting closer and closer to her, the reason why I fired them so early is because I'm not actually sure that the Cleveland is going to survive long enough for the torpedoes to even make the distance. But you know, in both cases you saw that I had matches where I did a lot of damage, but it was mostly to battleships that weren't paying attention. And is this going to be gun kill number 2 in this game? Come on, it's a Cleveland. It should be quite humiliating to get taken out by a Kagerou with guns. Actually, a worse Kagerou with guns. But here it is. Anyways, yeah, you heard my opinion. I don't really like this ship. Maybe the 20-kilometer torpedoes will make her better, but I don't know. I think they'll just be an annoyance. Plus, they can't hit cruisers or destroyers, so I don't know what's going to happen there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support. Perth Tato, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.